Welcome back to the Auto Insider, where you come to find out what's new, what's hot, and what's not in the automotive industry. Today, we're in upstate New York. This place called Auto Camp in Catskills, New York. We're here for the first press drive of the redesigned 2024 Volkswagen Atlas. And we drove two vehicles. We drove the Cross Sport and we drove this three-row Atlas. At this morning's briefing, a lot of things were pointed out. There are a lot of new things you're going to see in every trim level. And when I talk about new, I'm talking about infotainment.
It's going to have entirely new dash. It's kind of more of a floating dash design. Gives you more of a cockpit feel so that you're driving the car and it's a little bit more premium and upscale. So everything that you touch is going to be a soft surface. So leatherette wrapped, stitched, sometimes perforated, depending on what trim level you get.
I'm talking about technology. And you're also getting a lot more of the upscale premium features across the lineup of the Atlas.
In addition to that, we're doing two things. One, we're bringing the leather seats down a trim, which is something we've only reserved for the SEL Premium in the past. It's also going to come down with the heated seats, and that's just something that's going to add just a little bit more comfort and premiumness to a larger percentage of the vehicle. In the cockpit area that we talked about, we have standardized almost everything. The Digital Cockpit Pro, the 10.25-inch display, standard on the car. The center screen at 12 inches, standard on the car. And this is going to make the entire experience better for any of our customers at any trim level. It does not matter.
So, no, you don't have to spend all the money to get all the things. You can stay right in the middle of the line and you can get most of what you need from a mid-size SUV. One big change is the power plant. It's a 4-cylinder now. The VR6 is gone. In our briefing this morning, we found out the performance times are even improved on this new 4-cylinder over the outgoing 4 and the outgoing 6.
Starting in 2024, we will only have a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. It's going to be about 269 horsepower, which is more than the outgoing 4-cylinder and very similar to what we have in the VR6. And then 273 pound-feet of torque, which is more than both of the outgoing engines. And it will still be paired with the 8-speed automatic. Nothing changes there. Overall, the driving experience is better. The torque is earlier, it's longer. And because of that, you're able to get 0.8 seconds faster on a 0 to 60 with it. Our all-wheel drive makes up about 70% of our sales anyway, so that is on most of the cars. These numbers are based on regular fuel. That was something we were very, very, very specific about because we've heard what you've said. This does tow 5,000 pounds. So this is overall better than both of the engines that are outgoing. It's going to be better driving. You'll see that today out on the road.
A lot of the curves and back roads that we took, things that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be testing out an SUV on. But because SUVs are what we use in our day-to-day lives now, more and more people are using SUVs as their daily driver. Extra cargo space, extra seating capacity, and then the ride height of the SUV. This thing drives like the better sedans I've driven. A real German feel. These DRL, or daytime running lights, actually have another accent light that goes here across the grille. And then this Volkswagen logo also lights up, just to give you a more demanding presence on the road. This is the R version. You have your R badge right here. Coming around the side, the lines on the Atlas just give me a feeling of motion. It looks like a vehicle that you would want to drive. Thinking of a third row vehicle, you might think it's massive, hard to control, hard to manage, but actually it's not. It actually behaves more like a compact SUV on our drive today. This is the SEL model. In the past, you wouldn't get as many of the convenience and comfort features, but for 2024, it's all here. Even here on this second row, there's a display inside that shows 3 car seats going across this third row, and you can still gain access to the third row with that one little lift. So as you can tell, this third row has good leg room, especially since you can adjust this second row. It gives me good leg room. I'm 5'10", 200 pounds. No way do I feel crowded here in this third row. You also have AC vents back here. There's good headroom here for an adult. And there are USB-C fast chargers back here, but there are none on this side. They're both on that side. So if I was gonna knock Volkswagen for anything, they should have put one of those USB charging ports over here. The next true test of a third row is how easy is it to get out. You lift here, the whole bottom lifts up, and it's an easy step out. Family vehicle, you have to talk about cargo space and cargo capacity. when this third row is up, there's a good bit of cargo space here. You need more space, or you pull that to fold it down. You can have both down or one down. And when you want to get it back up, you just grab a hold of this rope, pull it right back in place. Here in the driver's compartment, you see a lot more luxury details. The quilted seats, the enhanced stitching, the contrasting piping. The seats feel as good as they look. This is a standard infotainment system, 12.5 inches. No need to upgrade to get the top of the line. There's a shift by wire now, so gone is the mechanical gear shifter. Makes for more room and cargo capacity. Anybody with a family knows cargo is a big deal. Good size center console with another USB charging port. Here in the front, you have 2 more USB chargers, as well as a wireless charger. Though this is faux wood, Volkswagen has done a pretty good job of giving it an upscale look and feel. As you might imagine, it's pretty difficult to give an in-depth review on a vehicle that we only got to spend a couple of hours in. So we did drive the Cross Sport, the 2-row, for about an hour, and we got equal time behind the 3-row Atlas. We didn't get to take the Atlas Peak Edition out, but all the mechanics of it are the same as the other two. There's a ton of color choices, and with a 2 and 3-row, it gives you options based on your family size. If our day in this Atlas, though, is any indication of what it's like to own one, you should have this Atlas on your must-drive list. Once we have more time in a local press vehicle in this Atlas, we'll be able to give you a more detailed review and let you know if it's hot or not. But for now, it's one you should keep your eye on. I'm Daryl Killian for the Auto Insider.